If you've ever paid your credit card bill in full, on time, and felt a little smug about it, I have some bad news. The bank still won. In fact, you might be their favorite kind of customer. Not for the reason you think. By the end of this video, you'll know all 4 ways credit cards make money and why the system is designed so that someone is always losing. The only question is whether that someone is you.
1 second before we start. If you don't want to be surprised by your money for the rest of your life, hit subscribe. New episode every week. That's it. Back to the bank.
Let's start with something that sounds boring, but isn't. A credit card is not a payment method. It's a loan. A very small, very fast, very forgettable loan that you take out every time you swipe. The bank pays the merchant, you pay the bank. Or eventually pay the bank. Or kind of pay the bank. That tiny gap between swipe and settled is where every dollar of credit card profit lives. And it's a lot of dollars.
Last year, Americans paid the credit card industry over $181 billion in interest. Alone. Not counting fees, not counting rewards costs, just interest. That's nearly $1,000 from every single cardholder in the country. And that number has more than doubled in just 4 years. From a piece of plastic. So how does a free piece of plastic do that? 4 ways. Going through them in order, saving the most ridiculous one for last.
Number 1. Every time you swipe, the merchant pays a fee, usually between 1.5% and 3.5%. This is called interchange. You buy a $5 coffee. The cafe gets about $4.85. The other 15 cents quietly walks across the room and into the bank's pocket. Multiply that by every swipe, every card, every minute in every country. Now here's the part nobody tells you. You think the merchant pays this fee. You're holding the card. You feel powerful. You're paying nothing, right? Of course you're paying it. The cafe just put the price up by 15 cents. Everyone pays. Even the guy paying cash. He's quietly subsidizing your airline miles. So yes, every cash buyer in America is funding someone else's flight to Tokyo. And we all just nod and accept this. Number 2, the big one. The reason credit cards exist. Interest. Or as the industry calls it, APR. Or as I call it, the most polite robbery you'll ever volunteer for. If you carry a balance, meaning you don't pay the full amount each month, the bank charges you interest, currently averaging around 22%. 22%! Your savings account pays you maybe 0.4%. Your credit card charges you 22%. The bank borrows from you cheap, lends back to you expensive, and the spread pays for the marble lobby in Manhattan. Now watch this magic trick. The bank prints a tiny number on your statement called the minimum payment. It looks helpful. It looks like a kindness. Hey, only owe us $35 this month. No pressure. That number is a trap. Pay only the minimum on a $5,000 balance, and it can take you over 20 years to pay it off. You'll pay more in interest than the original purchase, sometimes double. The minimum payment isn't a payment. It's a subscription to debt.
Number 3.
Fees. Plural. Many fees. So many fees. Annual fees, late fees, foreign transaction fees, cash advance fees, over-limit fees, balance transfer fees, returned payment fees. We don't like your face today fees. Okay, I made the last one up. But honestly, would you be surprised? The most fascinating ones are the premium cards. Annual fees of $95 to $695. And people happily pay them for the privilege of spending their own money. The genius is that it works.
Because the card is now a status object. It's a metal rectangle that says, I belong here. And humans will pay almost anything to belong somewhere.
Number 4. And this one, you have to give the banks credit. Pun intended, I'm not sorry. Rewards. Cash back, points, miles. You think rewards are the bank giving you something for free. Rewards are the bank making you spend more. Studies show people with rewards cards spend significantly more than people without, sometimes 25 to 70% more, because every purchase now feels like a tiny victory. You're not earning 2% cash back. You're being trained to spend 30% more so the bank can keep its 3% interchange, hand you back 2%, and pocket the difference. Cashback isn't a gift. It's a commission you pay yourself for being a good salesman to yourself.
Okay, here's the part nobody on YouTube tells you. Banks make money on every type of customer. Every single one. If you carry a balance, they make a fortune off interest. If you pay in full, they still make about $200 a year off you in interchange. If you chase rewards, they make money because you spend more. If you stop using the card, they keep your annual fee anyway. There is no version of this game where the bank loses. The system is a closed loop. Every door leads back to their balance sheet. The only question is which door you walk through.
So here's the move. Use the card like a debit card. Pay it in full, every month, no exceptions. Treat rewards as a small bonus, not a reason to spend. Skip annual fees, unless the math actually works out, and it usually doesn't. If you do this, you become what the industry quietly calls a deadbeat. Their word, not mine. It's the most insulting compliment in personal finance. It means this person uses our product, costs us money to service, and pays us almost nothing. Be a deadbeat. Proudly.
If this changed how you look at the card in your wallet, hit subscribe. Next week, we're breaking down credit scores, which is a game even more rigged than this one. Banking is simple. They just hope you don't look too closely. I'm Bankwise. See you next week.